Welcome to the Minor Student Athlete Features. We have Bryce Charipar from the baseball team joining us. And Bryce, how are things going right now with your team and the preparations for the coming season in the spring?
Right now, things are going pretty well. We see a lot of people getting better from the first day to the last day. We have a lot of freshmen this year, so to see them improve from day one to right now, which is we're in the middle of our World Series right now, it's a really good thing to see. A lot of guys got their season, pretty much everybody got their season canceled, including the freshmen, and everybody really wants to compete this year, and it's a fun environment that we have at practice this fall.
Well, looking ahead to the spring, kind of how you feel things are coming along with the team so far, kind of what you've seen in the World Series so far that you've been really impressed with here.
I've been really impressed with how guys have competed. It might not be the best baseball we've played. You know, there may be some errors, maybe some bad pitches here or there and stuff. But I mean, the guys really want to compete, and they're really getting better. And we have a lot of talent on our team. And once we start to kind of mesh and get to know each other better, even throughout the fall, you can see a massive improvement. It's been very competitive. Every guy wants to win. Every guy wants to be there. It's been a really good environment. I really look forward to the fall or to the spring season. Yeah.
We still got a couple more days of your World Series come up here on Saturday. We'll get to that here in a moment.
Yeah.
But obviously, a lot of you guys didn't get to play last spring or had a very limited season last spring and all that. So, really just kind of getting back to that competitive flow again. Just a little bit of a period just trying to get reacclimated to that somewhat.
Oh yeah. I mean, the series is split right now, 1-1, gold and green. So this next game is going to be a really fun environment to watch and play. It's going to be a lot of talking on both sides.
Now, from what you've seen so far in the fall, not just in the World Series, but really since you guys started practice and all that, what have you been most impressed with what you've seen in your team so far?
The competition. Guys aren't being shy about everything. They really want to win. They know if they do bad or good, and guys are right there to congratulate them if they do good and to coach them if they do poorly. And each day you can see people learning from their mistakes before, which it's a really good thing to see, especially with the younger freshmen. I mean, there's been so much improvement since day one that it's really been interesting and fun to watch.
Now, you pitched the first game of the series on Saturday, and pitched in the fifth inning, really settled in, pitched really well once, a little bit of early, yep, but really kind of settled in, pitched really well after that. Kind of tell us how you felt about your outing on Saturday.
I felt all right. I really have to trust my defense and all the players around me. So as long as I throw strikes and make the hitters hit the ball, I have complete trust in my defense. I mean, we got a lot of athletes this year, so if they get a ground ball, I trust that they'll make the play. If there's a fly ball, I trust that they'll catch it. And that's one of the biggest things is just make your defense make plays. And I think that I was able to do that in this first game, and a lot of guys made plays, and I couldn't be happier with their outcome that they made in the win.
Now, in your personal case here, how did you work around matters, deal with the pandemic when our season got canceled last March and all that, and having to go through a spring and a summer? Take us through your own personal experience and all that with how you dealt with the pandemic in that time.
It's been crazy. I'm from Iowa, Cedar Rapids, so I had to go all the way back home to Iowa. Luckily, the company that I was going to work for in the summer continued my internship, so I worked from home, and that kind of helped me out a little bit. And of course, gyms and stuff were closed, so I had to do a lot of work on my own. I had to go run. I had to try to do exercises without too much weights because they just weren't available. Playing catch as much as I could, and eventually throughout the summer, I was able to find a team to play on and at least compete and get ready for the fall season. So it's been very interesting, but we got to make it work and kind of adapt to the changes that are brought to us.
And instead of Iowa, they actually kind of probably a little looser standards, for competition type things as opposed to a lot of other states. I mean, they play high school sports at Iowa during the summer and all that, and like you said, you got to play some summer league ball later in the summer, once an opportunity came about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that a bunch of high schoolers got to play their season, and I was happy to find a team and play probably maybe 10 games, and I was very lucky compared to other people.
Now, you played at the junior college level at Ellsworth Community College where you came here. What do you feel was the biggest adjustment you had to make, going from playing there to playing in the Great Lakes Valley Conference?
At junior college level, there's a lot of talent, but it's a lot of raw talent, so you get people who can really play, throw really hard, hit the ball really far. But then you get here, and there's a lot of talent, and everybody is disciplined and ready to play. and you kind of have to make an adjustment because people are smarter baseball-wise when you come here. So you have to grow as a baseball player to know where am I going to throw this pitch and why. And that's kind of a big adjustment that I had to make. And on top of that, school here is a little bit more difficult and more rigorous. So you really have to lock in a school, baseball, and everything. And it's been actually a good adjustment to make.
Now, this is your third year here at the institution, all that. How do you view your role in the team and in the pitching staff in general as far as the leadership role goes?
As a leadership role, I think we kind of have a little bit of a hierarchy because we have 4 or 5 fifth-year players, and then we don't really have many seniors, and then we have a bunch of a couple juniors, a bunch of sophomores and freshmen. So a lot of the younger guys really have to look up to the older guys, especially the fifth years. So I think it's my kind of job to get to know the younger guys and see what they're like and what talent level they have, but to get to know them as players so then I can help coach them in the appropriate way.
And how to push the right buttons and all that with each individual.
Exactly.
And everybody's a little different too, so you got to know how we have to get on to someone a little harder than maybe the next guy. We're just going to be more encouraging sometimes.
Exactly right. That's exactly it.
Now, during your first season here, you missed a bulk of that season due to an injury, and that you had a limited season last year, not like here, but also what you could play during the summer and all that. But in retrospect, do you think that extra time of not playing maybe has helped you from a physical standpoint, maybe being a little healthier right now?
I wish I could say that, but as you get older, your body changes a little bit, and I kind of have to learn to live with what I have. Maybe my body doesn't feel as good as it used to, but that just means I have to be more sharp in my mind and know what I need to do better and just prepare better for the next play. And I think I've grown as a baseball player for sure. My athletic ability has gone down, but it's definitely helped my mindset with baseball, with having so much time off.
Really had to be about more better mental player, so to speak.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better.
Now, what made you decide to come here to Missouri S&T?
When I decided here in 2018 to come here, it was 100% school. They had a good baseball program, very competitive. But I wanted to be an engineer, and this is the place to go. And now, if I look back right now, nothing's changed. This school has been incredible. They really care about me as a student athlete. I definitely came here for school, but baseball is very competitive, and the school is absolutely fantastic. And I couldn't have made a better decision on my part, I think. And
you're a civil engineering major, and kind of what made you decide to go in that direction?
I really like building and designing structures. So I think in 40 years from now, if a structure I built or designed in my 20s, if I look back and I can see it actually physically built there, I think and seeing it all help all these people, I think it's a very cool thing to see. And something that you designed is physically built. I think that's kind of what turned me on to civil engineering.
Yeah. Now, upon graduation, kind of what are your plans as far as your future goes?
I'm kind of in the middle of that process right now, trying to figure out what I want to do, what job I want to take. But right now, I'm kind of in an interview process, and I would like to stay in the Midwest and work for a civil engineering firm. And the school has brought the opportunities that are very good.
Now, you said you worked an internship over the summer. Who'd you work with during the summer?
I worked with HR Green in the summer. It was completely virtual because of the pandemic, and they teach you so much, and the internship is very vital to the success of any engineer, especially here. The hands-on stuff that I learned there are extremely valuable, and they'll certainly help me down the road.
Well, sounds good, and certainly we wish you the best of luck here in the season here this spring, Bryce.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for having me.